Welcome to Enduring Journey to Bliss. This afternoon, I wanted to take a look at this particular Thanksgiving cactus. It is still blooming beautifully. I have had blooms on this since before Thanksgiving, and it is still giving me some blooms. I'll take it. So I wanted to kind of show you a little bit of maintenance that I do on these plants. So when the buds get like this, they're beginning to fade away. I will hold the little, I believe these are actually stems, but stem leaf, and you just give it a tiny little spin and they'll come right off. And that removes those from the plant. Here is a gorgeous bloom. Hopefully that is coming up for you well in the camera. They're so pretty. I think they look like little birds in flight. I really do. I think they're just beautiful, delicate little blooms on these plants. I wish they had a fragrance, but beggars can't be choosers. I will take the gorgeous blooms. And so over here on this side is another one that needs to be removed. You can see the difference. This one still has a day or so left. You can see the bloom there starting to fade, whereas this one is faded. So I'll hold on to this. I'll grab here and I'll give a tiny little spin and it comes off. This one I will leave. Probably tomorrow I'll remove it. It is starting to fade. This one up here also is not looking anywhere near as pretty as it was and did previously. I'll lift the camera up a little bit. There we go. And you can see I have a new bloom. It has not opened yet. You're not quite high enough. There is a new bloom right here that will be opening in the next day or two. Behind it, there is a bloom right here, looking quite gorgeous. And here's another one that's fading away. You can see how they have a different look to them. They actually get kind of a tissue paper feel to them. If you think of crepe paper or tissue paper, when it's kind of not damp and wet, but kind of getting wet or damp, it just kind of has a different feel to it. In fact, this one I'm going to go ahead and take off. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a hold of it down here, and I'm going to give it just a little spin. So one of the reasons that I take the blooms off is because when blooms are fading, they begin to give a gas that we don't recognize it as humans necessarily, but they can give off a gas that can impact the other blooms or buds on the plant. Think of like bananas as they're ripening on your countertop. They give off, is it methane gas? Probably not, but they give off a gas, and if you have new bananas right beside the old bananas, your new ones are going to get ripe at a much faster rate. And so that's why I remove the blooms that are fading. It's an aesthetic thing, and also I do not want seeds because I want new stem leaf growth on the plant itself. And so I do have new buds still forming. Right there is a brand new little tiny bud. And if you look, I don't know if this is going to get picked up on the camera or not. If you look right there, the tip of that, there is a brand new little tiny bud forming. And if I spin this a little bit, right here is two at the center of that. Maybe if I bring it up closer, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how to be the camera lady here. But there is right there. There are two little buds. One is so tiny, it's not going to catch it, I don't think. But it's there. They are there. Come on. Anyway, I won't waste your time doing that. But I think what happened on this is where it was sitting on my grow shelf, this half over here was facing the wall, and this half over here that doesn't really have any flowers on it was facing out into the room. And so this side has already bloomed for the most part because it was facing out in the room. Well, I've moved where these are sitting, where this pot sits, and by moving it, it gave light to this side over here, and I think that's why I'm still getting buds on it. And where I moved it, the plant gets better light all over the entire plant. And so if you look on the side that's already finished all of its blooming, see if I can bring this up and if you can see any of those little babies, but it has buds starting on it again. And I think it is because I have moved it, and now it is getting light around the whole plant, not just one part of it. And so the plant, I think, is happier in its new location. There's a bud behind my finger, and there's one on this little one right here as well. But there's a lot of new tiny little buds, flower buds, forming on this side that I thought was finished blooming completely. But I will take any and all blooms. I know we're in January. It's no longer November, but that's fine with me. If the plant wants to bloom and give me more flowers, I will graciously accept them. Here's a tiny little bud, flower bud right there. So I just kind of wanted to give a quick update. Once this Thanksgiving cactus has finished giving me blooms this season, I plan on repotting it. Currently, the pot and the medium that it's growing in, I think it's just too large. Let me take this down smaller so you get a wider screen. I think that this pot is too deep. Personally, I just think that's too deep. These are epiphytic plants. They grow in the branches of trees. They grow on rocks and cliffs in their native country. And I think this is just too much soil. And the soil that's in it is a heavy soil. It doesn't have enough perlite or lava rock or other things that would make it a looser growing media for an epiphytic plant to grow in. So I am happy with the growth that it's giving me, but I think it would be happier and do better in a shallower pot. So I did purchase some new pots that are much shallower. So here is the pot that it may end up living in. I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe 6 different colors of these beautiful Thanksgiving cactus. And I plan on repotting all of them into a shallower bowl like this. I have a cactus that I will see if I can get. Just a second. Okay. So currently I have this one, and as you can see, its pot is much shallower than the other pot. And I just think that that is better for the epiphytic plant to grow in. I will see if I can put these both up here so you can kind of see. This one is so deep, and this one is very shallow. And I think that the shallower growing pot, is better for the plant. I'm going to set this one down again for just a hot minute This is about the orange flowered one, but I just noticed here on this one, it's also giving me some more new buds. There's one on there. There's one here. There's one here. There's one over here. So this one I don't have to repot as quickly as I would like the other ones. But, well, here's one that it started to, but it has shriveled, so I'm going to take that off. It's not going to do anything. Well, here's a nice big fat one down here. So that's a good sized bloom. Bud. It's not a bloom yet. Bud. And as you look up here, hopefully that's coming through. There's quite a few. This one is not going to do anything. There is quite a few forming on here still. Anyway, it's not about that plant, but I had it up here and noticed those new little buds. So if you happen to grow Thanksgiving cactus and have any tips or tricks that you're willing to share, I would love for you to share them in the comments below. And I am quite happy to still have these very pretty blooms. Here we are in January and I still have them. They're very pretty. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for stopping by. And please stop again and I'll have new updates. Take care.